Hey guys, this is your trusted weather forecast, and today we're going to be talking about Tropical Storm Laura and Marco. Before we get into this, I'd like to ask you to subscribe. About 75% of you who watch my videos are not subscribed. So please click the subscribe button if you like weather-related content, hit the notification bell if you do not want to miss a single upload. Also, share this with friends and family and like the video to get this out to as many people as possible. We'll start with Laura first. Both these systems are likely to become hurricanes, with Laura currently forecasted to become a hurricane with 85-mile-an-hour winds, close to Category 2 status, but we'll have to watch it closely. This forecast is very different than what it was before. It's going right over all the Caribbean islands, affecting every single one of them with a very large tropical storm force wind speed field. It's just going to rip through those islands, and once it gets into the Gulf, that's where it becomes problematic for the United States, as it can rapidly strengthen into Category 1, Category 2 status before making forecasted landfall in Louisiana. You do see the cone of uncertainty is very large, so it can shift at any time, and I am expecting it to shift somewhere in there. These are hurricane force wind speed probabilities. The darkest green is 5 to 10%, and the lightest green is 10 to 20% chance for hurricane force winds. Let's get into the models for Laura. Intensity guidance for Laura is quite spread out. Some have it only maintaining tropical storm strength, some have it becoming a hurricane, including one or two reaching Category 4 and Category 3 status. While I think a major hurricane is possible, I am not counting on it. I think the maximum intensity for this one will be Category 2, but I'm not going to rule out a major hurricane from Laura. These are all the possible paths Laura could take. I'm expecting it to shift slightly more west away from Florida, which is a good thing because we don't want Florida affected. We don't want anybody affected, but it's a good thing that it's shifting away from Florida, which already is dealing with their own problems. But it will unfortunately get that chance to strengthen more and potentially make landfall ranging anywhere from Texas, which will be affected by Marco. That would be worst case scenario, a landfall in Texas of a potential major hurricane right after they get slammed by a tropical storm. Or in better cases scenario, it makes landfall in Louisiana or Mississippi, but that's still not good because it does still have that chance to become a major hurricane. Let's get into Marco. This is the National Hurricane Center's graphic for Marco. They do not currently forecast this to become a hurricane. However, Marco is currently, at this time, rapidly intensifying, so a hurricane is possible in the next update for this graphic. They do have hurricane watches for parts of Mexico there, in that pink shade, and is expected to make landfall in Texas, Louisiana, around a 60 to 70 mile an hour tropical storm. I'm not going to rule out a possible low-end Category 1 hurricane landfall from Marco. And once it makes landfall, it will rapidly weaken. Intensity guidance for Marco is also quite split. Most models have it becoming a hurricane, which I do think is likely. I do think it will become a Category 1 hurricane. One model has it reaching Category 2 intensity, which I think is unlikely, but still a very small possibility. And it will make landfall in the United States potentially as a low-end Category 1 or high-end tropical storm. These are the different paths it could take. I'm expecting it to make landfall somewhere in between Texas and Louisiana, so we'll have to see what happens. That's it, trusted weather forecast for a tropical storm Marco and Laura. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you want. Goodbye.